Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is your host, King Gio. That happy today. It's another day of life. Any day above ground is a good day, right? So, I just came from my doctor's office. I have to do, for you knows that I have to do, once you're HIV positive, you have to do a certain amount of blood work every month. With this doctor, I haven't done blood work in years. I do it like once every year because at the beginning, and the video's not about this. The video's about something else that's more interesting. At the beginning, you see the doctor, you see him every 3 months, and blah 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 blah. But we are so advanced in technology, and in my case, I've been having it for 20-some years that I don't have to see the doctor every 3 months or every 6 months. Do my blood work, and they send it to me. If he sees something wrong, he calls me in. If I see something wrong with the blood work, I call him. So it's no biggie. In a few days I have my results and I'll let you guys know. But anyway, check this out. Do you remember, before I go any further, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So, do you remember the question that I asked you guys on the post? Would you date your ex-brother, your brother's ex-girl, or your sister's ex-boyfriend? And most of you said no. All right, so here I am, right? I'm trying to get into the mind of this white girl that I know of. First, she has one child with another guy, right? She's 27 years. She'll be 27. She has a child with one guy. Then whatever happens, which she never said, leaves that guy, goes out with another guy, marries this guy, gives him a baby. They get married, and they live together. The girl right now is like 2 years old, 2 to 3. And in these 2 or 3 years that they've been together, she's been telling me, he's okay, he's not that good, and blah, 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 blah. I should have married his brother, because his brother treats me better. Right? So mind you, they all live in the same house. They all live in the same house. They haven't gotten divorced yet. They all live in the same house. And finally, like a month and a half ago, she moved out the house. Because from what she says, that he told her she had to move. They haven't finalized the divorce yet. And as she moves, she brings the brother with him. His brother. Her daughter's uncle. And I'm telling her, why can't he get his own place or whatever the kid may be? Whatever excuse. She didn't give me an excuse. She didn't say nothing. I didn't want to pry at that time, so I left it as is, right? So then today, I'm talking to her, and I'm like, what is it that you like about this man? I mean, look, he treats my kids right. And I say, yes, he's going to treat your kids right. That's the uncle. He's the uncle. Yeah, but still, that doesn't matter. He's the uncle. My brother is his uncle. My brother don't see his nephews and nieces. And I'm like, yeah, but he doesn't sleep with you either. And I'm trying to figure out what is it that, not that she sees in him, what is it that she doesn't see wrong of her sleeping with her daughter's uncle? Does she not see something wrong with that? Does she not see that later on they're gonna say, "Mom, why are you sleeping with my uncle?" See, us Puerto Ricans, Hispanics, I don't know about blacks, we don't do shit like that because there's a line that you don't break. I don't care if people say, maybe he treats her right. That's what she likes. Yeah, but you don't go there. If that's what you want in the first place, you should have done it in the first place. Then the shame, you have to have some pride in you. You say, I'm not gonna date him. I'm not dating him. That's my husband's brother. No, I don't care how good looking he is. I don't care how much money he has. No, I'm not gonna do it. So she tells me, I like the way that he plays soccer. I love watching him play soccer. Him and my me and my son, me and him are gonna be coaches of my kids' soccer team next year. I love the way he doesn't know how to dance, but he tries to teach me. I love the way he tries to make me laugh. And I was like, okay. And I remember at one point she was telling me about her husband, and I asked her, what is it that you like about your husband? And she goes, because we're both Republicans, we both like the same things, see eye to eye. And I'm like, okay. So you like this guy because you like soccer and he doesn't know how to dance and he's trying to make you laugh. And then you love his brother because his brother, you and him were Republicans or are Republicans. You share the same views and I doubt that this girl even has any relationship with her mom, because in her Facebook she doesn't have her mom on her Facebook, not even together or anything. And it just amazes me, because no matter what I try to say to her, why don't you get yourself a man? The kid lives with her. He's 26 years old. He lives with her. She's saying that he does cabinets for a living, which I doubt that he does, because every picture you see, they're fucking together every day. What time does he have to work?
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto 16th Street.
That's neither here or there. No, I don't like the girl. She's just a friend of mine, and I'm trying to see what's in her brain. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, why don't you get someone that you don't know, someone that you
take the next right onto 16th Street.
Someone that you can make memories with, and you can learn about each other, and you can do things. I mean, that's just, that's what love is all about. You get to know the person, you get to see their flaws, you get to see this, you get to see that. Not someone that you lived in the house with, that is your kid's uncle. You know mostly about that person. Most of these things, he's 26, she's going to be 27. Most of those things don't last long, and if they do, but it's just that you get pregnant, and then you're going to have your brother's going to be your cousin. Yeah, your brother's going to be your cousin. And that's some incest shit. And I just don't know. The girl's a pretty girl. She can get whatever man she wants to. And it baffles me how some people, she's not even from, I can see this from country people, but she's not even from the country, bro. She's from the city of New York. And it just perplexes me how people do shit like that. It's like I had a friend of mine, that's how we stopped communicating for the past 20 years. So I wasn't nothing to do with him. Is that my baby's mother, when her and I broke up, he decided to go after her. And she fell for it. Unfortunately, she was young and naive and whatever. And I was like, yo, what's wrong with you, bro? You don't do shit like that. And then I went out with another girl, and when her and I broke up, she called me and said, your cousin, they thought we were cousins. Your cousin, he asked me out, he wanted to see if anything was wrong. I take me to the movies. And I went to him, yes, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro? His name is Joseph. What is wrong with you, Joe? Italian guy, Joseph Palazzo. What's wrong with you? Are you mental, man? So I left Florida because of that, and a few other reasons, but I didn't talk to him ever again. So then in 2010, I saw him again in the Bronx. And at 2010, when did I get married? Yeah, I got married in 2001. In 2000, I saw him up in the Bronx. And I was going out with this girl because I had no place to stay. And the girl gave me some shelter, so she was not my type, but it was a good girl, gave me shelter, and I appreciate her for that, so I'm not gonna put it down. So we did our thing, right? And then after that, she went her way, I went mine. Next thing I know, they're telling me, yo, Joseph's going out with Chrissy. And I'm like, what the fuck? So when I saw him, I said, yo, do you like my dick? 3 girls that I've been with, 3 girls you try to have sex with. What's wrong with you, bro? And I threatened him because something happened to my baby's mom. I'm unfortunate she's not with us anymore. And when he started going out with her, all my baby's mother did was weed. That's all she smoked was weed. And he was a cokehead. He was a chef. He had money to buy coke. And my baby's mom was like 17 and a half years old. And he hooked her on to cocaine. And through the hookup of cocaine, she caught a bad habit. And one day, May 1996, I'm sorry, in Florida, she was 18 years old and she got murdered. I'm going to put a podcast up there so you guys can listen to it. And maybe you guys can spread it around and It's been 20 some odd years. My daughter's 28 years old. They still haven't found the murderer. Isn't that some bullshit? So if it wasn't for the fact that he got hooked up to cocaine, he would have been alive. That's my feeling. That's one of the reasons that I don't talk to him anymore. What was I about to say? So yeah. So going back to this girl. So this is like me with my baby's mom and me going with her sister. I would never do that. It's not my thing. I have my own thing. You know what I mean? But it's just incredible. And you see it a lot in white people. I'm not saying I'm not racist, but this is what you see in a lot of white people. You know, go to the bloodline, you see white people, brothers and sisters, and sisters and brothers, and brothers, cousins are marrying cousins, and sisters are marrying sisters, and brothers marrying sisters, and it's like, wow, this is amazing. It truly does perplex me, to be honest with you. How people get, how can you don't you have, you're suave, you know what I mean? Don't you have this thing? I can't go out with my brother's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, or his wife. That's nasty. She may be fine and all that, but you have to have me as a man. I have to have my morale. I have to have dignity. I got dignity for. Let me tell you something. I'm Puerto Rican, and you may say what you say. Whoever knows Puerto Ricans may say what they want to say, but I have pride, and I like a challenge. I want to get a girl on my own. I don't want no sloppy joes. I don't want to put my thing where my brother put his thing in. I don't want to go down on the girl that my brother already went down on. I don't want to put my tongue in another girl's mouth where my brother put his tongue in. That's not me. I like my own thing. I don't care how many guys you did before, because that was before me. I don't give a fuck about that. Don't know them, don't care. But just the thought that I'm gonna date my brother's ex, no. That doesn't go good with me. And some people apparently like that shit. It just goes to, when I see that person has a low self-esteem, can't get a girl, and when you're living with that girl, and you're not on your own, because I could, as bad as it sounds, I could see, if he had his own place, because when she was living with her husband, he was living there with them, because that's the brother. But I've never seen someone, from what I understand, never seen this kid live outside his brother's house. Now she gets an apartment and she brings him in. It's just a funny soap opera. Only in America. Only in America. And I wanted to bring a story so you can have some light today, so maybe you can have some laugh. I know that we're going through we here in the United States of America are going through some hard times with a lot of things that are going on. You saw yesterday with those young kids being killed in Texas, and prior to that, 12 people that were murdered because they were black in the state of Buffalo, New York. It's sad, and we don't see these atrocities in other parts of the world. You see other atrocities, don't get me wrong, women being raped in India, women being raped in Africa, taken away from the homes, things that we don't talk about, kids in Africa, young women being sold in Africa at 12 years old to be married with these 40 and 50-year-old, because that's the tribe tradition. And you give me 2 goats and a cat or whatever, my daughter's yours. Things that we don't talk about, things that we should talk about, things that the United Nations and other nations should get involved. I don't care if that's their the way of living, and that's the tribe thing to do. That's their culture. No, you don't do that. You don't sell a 12-year-old girl to a 50-year-old man because you need money for cattle and shit like that. That's your child. Even though it's your ritual, that's just gotta stop. And we need a foundation to bring awareness to that, and bring those kids out of there and put them in somewhere where they will be loved. They'll be able to grow and be able to have a normal, decent life. Having a 12-year-old having sex with a 50-year-old man and abusing that little girl because it's his wife, that's not life at all. We're in 2022. Things like that shouldn't happen. Africa, Brazil, nowhere. And here we are nitpicking about Biden, we're nitpicking about Trump, and we're nitpicking about this, but we don't see beyond what's in front of us. Just because it doesn't affect us here in the United States of America, it should affect you emotionally, because that could be your kid. Be glad that it's not. That could be your child. But being that you live in this country, it doesn't happen. But in this country, there still is child abuse. In this country, there is still sex slaves. There's still child abduction to be sold into the trade, into the sex trade market. That still exists here in the United States, and it's something that we don't talk about. Again, like I said, you're caught up in the Biden stuff, you're caught up in the Trump stuff, but you're not caught up in what really matters. Right? You could be walking down the street and a crazy man can just come out of the car, jump, boom, take your car, and gone. You never see your child again ever again. That's a scary thought. That's something that we should be talking about in the news. That's something that we should be able to have classes on free on TV or in the community, so you can know what to look out for, so you can prevent these kind of things. So you can also monitor your kid's Facebook, your kid's IG account, your kid's Snapchat. Your kids may say, "Mom, this is my private stuff, but this is my house. And my house is my rules." You know, you're getting on Snapchat. I don't know who you're talking to. It's not invading your privacy. You ain't got no privacy when you live in my house. I want to see what you're doing. I don't care if you're talking about doing this, doing that, but I want to see who you're talking to. I don't care about your personal life. If you're talking about sexual things, that's on you. I'm sure you use condom. But I need to know who my daughter or who my son is talking to. Because you don't ever know. Your son could be talking to a gang member trying to recruit your son. You never know that. You know, your daughter could be talking to a pedophile trying to groom her and say, "Yeah, you know, tell me about you." You know how girls are, they open up. "Oh, my father doesn't let me do this, my father doesn't let me do that, my mother's very strict." They pick on that. "Oh no, that's a shame, blah blah." They start nitpicking. Next thing you know, that person has your son or daughter in the back of their car, and you never see that child again. You know, those are the kind of things that we need to be talking about. Not high gas prices, none of that. Because high gas prices, inflation, it is what it is. It's going to go down. The president has nothing to do with it. We blame OPEC. You know, Exxon made $400 billion in profit. You think they're giving that back to you guys to say, you know what, let's ease the pain of the people of the world? Because this is not any place where inflation is up, not any place in the world where gas is up. But do you think that they care about that? No, they don't. They really don't. Think about that. Don't be blaming them. Don't be blaming. Just concentrate on the important things. Concentrate how you can make your family a little safer, a little bit more humble. Don't go around putting your thing in your cousin's woochie. You know, that's no good, bro. Incest is no good. But even though these two are not related blood-wise, but they have a child in common. He's the uncle, she's the mom. And I'm surprised that brother doesn't do anything. That means that he must be a buzz. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, what the fuck you do, man? What the fuck are you doing that shit with my ex-girl? Ain't you ashamed? What the fuck's wrong with you? People just don't think, man. I really think that ass. They don't think. But it is what it is, man. Well, this is the humorous life of America, where anything and everything can happen. You know, I saw a story the other day. I was like 2 months ago, where they went to a house in Alabama. I'm not gonna lie to you. Everybody there was related. Everybody. Brothers were doing sisters. Sisters were doing brothers. I think there was 2 cousins. They were all missing teeth. Their English was not the best. It's kind of sad because the government doesn't do anything about these people. They don't take them out those homes. They don't put them into real homes and separate them and give them good jobs. They don't do that. They live in Alabama, a Republican state. but apparently inbreed, it's still legal.